I've just come from seeing the doctor. I went to see the doctor for my annual checkup and I had some blood work done. And while I was there, I asked the nurse how old she was. She said, "I'm 48." And I looked at her and I said, "You don't look a day over 30. How do you do it?" And she said, "Well, I have good genes, I guess." And then we both laughed because we both knew that wasn't true. So I want to share with you today the truth about aging well. Because if you're watching this video and you're in your 30s or your 40s or even your 50s, the truth is, it's not too late to turn things around. And I'm going to share with you what I learned from doctors, from scientists, from geneticists, from nutritionists, from people who have studied this topic extensively. Number one is realize that aging is inevitable. We all get older. You may be 25 now and you think, wow, I'll never be 65. That's so far away. But guess what? In less than 35 years, you will be 65. So it's time to start thinking about it now. Now, the good news is that aging is only inevitable in terms of getting older. It is not inevitable that you are going to feel like you are getting older. The truth is, most people in their 50s and 60s actually have more energy than people in their 30s and 40s. Now, granted, those people in their 30s and 40s might have more physical energy, but mentally they're exhausted. They're burned out. They've got a lot of stress. A lot of people in their 50s and 60s have much more mental clarity, much more mental energy. And here's why that is. As you get older, you get wiser. You get more experience. Your responsibilities are fewer. Your kids are out of the house. Maybe you've even retired. So you have more freedom. You have less responsibility. You have more wisdom, more knowledge, more experience. And so it's no wonder that people in their 50s and 60s often have more mental clarity and more mental energy than people in their 30s and 40s. Which brings me to number two, which is that aging is optional. Why is it optional? Well, you can choose to age however you want to. You can choose to feel however you want to. Here's what I mean. Let's say you're in your 30s and 40s and you're starting to notice you're gaining weight. Oh gosh, your metabolism is slowing down. Maybe you're starting to notice your memory isn't as sharp as it used to be. Maybe you're starting to have aches and pains in your joints. Maybe you're feeling more tired. What does that mean? Does that mean that you're getting older? No. It means that you have made certain choices up until this point in your life that have led you to where you are right now. This is not an immutable fact that you have to live with for the rest of your life. This is simply an opportunity for you to change direction and make different choices so that you can reach a destination that you want to get to. So instead of saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting older," say, "Well, what do I need to change in my life so that I can feel younger and better?" And then go and make those changes. For example, maybe you need to change your diet. Maybe you need to start exercising regularly. Maybe you need to start meditating. Doing things that are going to help you feel younger and better. Don't just sit and complain about it. Do something about it. Number three, you are the sum total of your choices. If you don't like where you are in your life, it's because you've made certain choices up until this point. On the flip side, if you are happy with where you are in your life, it's because you've made certain choices up until this point that have led you to the place where you are right now. So you are the sum total of your choices. And what that means is that you can change your life by making different choices. And that leads us to number four, which is that you can reverse the aging process. So the nurse at the doctor's office, I know she takes really good care of herself. I could tell just by looking at her that she probably eats healthy, she probably exercises, she probably gets enough sleep. All these things lead to the fact that she looks and probably feels much younger than she is. You can absolutely reverse the aging process. You can feel better than you are right now. You can look better than you are right now. It's simply a matter of making choices that lead in that direction. Number five is that aging is mostly under our control. A lot of people think that, oh, my genes are my fate. It's just in my DNA. Not true. The truth is, 80% of aging is within our control. Only 20% is actually determined by our genetics. So while you can't change the genes that you have, you can change how you express those genes. For example, let's say you have a gene that makes you more susceptible to heart disease. Well, you can't change that gene, but you can change how you express that gene. And what that means is you can eat a healthy diet. You can exercise. You can avoid smoking, drinking, all these things that put you at risk for heart disease. And that way you can actually turn off, or you can prevent the expression of that gene so it doesn't lead to heart disease. Or let's say you have a gene that makes you more susceptible to diabetes. Well, again, you can't change that gene, but you can change how you express that gene by eating a healthy diet, by exercising, by managing your stress levels. These are all things that will help you turn off or prevent the expression of that gene. So remember, you are the sum total of your choices. You can change your life by changing the way you think, by changing the way you feel, and by changing the way you behave, you can change the way your genes are expressed. Number 6, what you do today matters. Today is the most important day because everything you do today is setting you up for tomorrow. So if you want to feel better tomorrow, if you want to look better tomorrow, if you want to have more energy tomorrow, you've got to do the work today. So what you do today matters. And that means eating a healthy diet, exercising, getting enough sleep, managing your stress levels. All these things matter. They matter because they're setting you up for tomorrow. Number 7, aging is a privilege. Not everyone gets to get old. There are people who die in their 20s and 30s. There are people who die in their prime. They never get to experience what it's like to be old. So if you are old, count yourself among the lucky. You have been given an extra bonus in life, and how you choose to live the second half of your life is entirely up to you. It's your choice. And finally, number 8, it's never too late. It's never too late to start taking care of yourself. It's never too late to start eating healthy. It's never too late to start exercising. It's never too late to start doing the things that are going to help you feel better and look better. I know someone in their 90s who is in better shape than people in their 50s. I know someone in their 80s who has more energy than people in their 40s. It's never too late. Today is a great day to start taking care of yourself. Today is a great day to start making the changes that are going to help you feel better. Remember, you are the sum total of your choices. You can change your life. You can change the way you feel. You can change the way you look. And I encourage you to do it. I encourage you to take charge of your health, take charge of your life, and start making the changes that are going to help you feel better. It's not too late. Start today.